shaved off all the front part of the head and left the rest of the hair on his own head. Son, when you have the dragon horse, you shall never die. You shall rule all the kingdoms of the land. Thamduela said to his son Dwela proudly. So, father, how do I get it? The curious and impatient Dwela asked his father. Thamduela looked at his son and smiled. In front of them stood a large dragon horse. The dragon horse was the creature that resulted from the breeding, the sexual union of the horse and a lion-eyed dragon originating from Ragaga Kingdom. It had eyes of the lion, and on its head grew two horns, one in front of the other. One horn was near the nostrils, and the other horn was near the top of the head. Beside the dragon horse sat a woman whose head had been veiled and covered with a thick bluish linen cloth. The woman wore a fine linen cloth that had golden rings across it. Her feet had been tied to the metallic pole next to her. The woman knelt on a brown sand. The brown sand was pebbled. Beside the woman was another woman dressed in goat skins, a perfect representation of the low level of society she originated from. The lady in linen cloth was being nursed by the lady in goat skins. The lady who was being nursed was pregnant, and she was experiencing birth pains. She was called Rajaya. The lady nursing Rajaya was called Kamthrai. Rajaya had 3 sons who sat next to her looking at her as she passed through the labor pains. The first son, Amthea, was 4 years old. The second son was called Ranem. He was 3 years old, and the last born, Vagera, was 2 years old. The 3 boys sat next to the ailing mother who was preparing to give birth to their next sibling. Rajaya cried loudly, Hathetaka, Kamtheteka,